Catch your basketball, huh? Oh, crusty. Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to the South Main Auto Channel. Working on the 2013. It's the John Deere. It's the 5055E. It's got the big 3-cylinder in it, and it needs a starter. I'm actually surprised it just started. It's been getting worse and worse, and I checked it out about 3 or 6 months ago, and because I thought, you know, we're having a battery issue, something like that. It's always cranked kind of slow since I've gotten it, but now it's getting really bad. Did a voltage drop test on the ground side. It was close to 0, and did it on the positive side on both sides of the solenoid. Well, cranking it, and I'm losing more than 4 volts across the starter solenoid, and you can typically hear it when you go to start it. You actually hear the contacts in there just frying themselves, you know, apart, or making very little contact, and it's usually to the point the starter motor quits turning. You wait a second, try it 2 or 3 more times, and then eventually it kind of gets going. So I want to get it fixed before, you know, I would have to pop start it, or, you know, drag it out of the barn. Can't get the hydraulics up on it and stuff like that. It becomes a big deal, so let's not make a big deal out of it and just get it done. So here's the starter. It looks pretty easy to do. We just need to unhook the battery. We've got a battery cable on it. There's a plastic shield that prevents you from doing the old screwdriver trick, you know, across the solenoid, or at least makes it a little more difficult. Then it looks like just 2 bolts. So before we take it off, we're going to see if the starter that we have obtained appears to be the correct one, and then we'll see if we can weasel this thing out of here. What are you looking at back there, Wolf, huh? What's in there? Is there a mouse or something? What's back there? You guys keep looking back here. Hey, Weston, leave it alone. That's just a toad. Go chew on your ball. Grab the syringe for the battery. I have our starter here. Hopefully it's the correct one, because I've had it for way too long. Probably can't send it back. This one comes with the handy plastic cover to keep you from doing the old screwdriver trick, which they also, boy, they really don't want you to do the screwdriver trick. So let's see. I guess at a glance it appears to be correct. We won't know till we tear it apart. Okay, so we'll just throw that back in the box. Oddly enough, I got it on the Amazon. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but that's where it came from. Had really good reviews. I am typically not a Amazon starter shopper. I just didn't want to pay the Deere price for the green one. And I got us a 10. Let's unhook the battery. Let's see, we can just do the positive. Just be careful, think positive thoughts. Don't touch anything metal. We need to clean up some of the crusties here growing on the hold down also. Guess we better get us a screwdriver. Okay, we should be safe now. What do we need? Are they 10? Do we already have the tool out here we need? Oh, okay, great. So these are 10, because we're going to need to get this plastic cover off to get to the small wire that goes to the solenoid, that turns the solenoid on. And then it looks like maybe, I don't know, maybe a 17. So let me get some tools here, and we'll start taking this off, get the 2 battery cables off it. I'm assuming one here goes to the alternator. It does. It goes up to a, looks like a circuit breaker, busman circuit breaker up here, goes to the alternator, a bunch of other accessories on it, and then, you know, down to the starter. We grab a 10 short, I guess. There's that. Well, what in the thunder? So, oops, dropped the bolts right on the ground. I should have grabbed a 17 short also. Better go rethink my decisions. This is a bummer. I can't find my 3/8 swivel. So that should be just a little plastic nut. That one off, stick her up out of the way. And let's see here. It looks like maybe an 8mm on that little wire. Yes, sir. Slip that baby right off. Slide her out of the way. And then we just need to weasel out the 2 bolts that hold it on. It looks like maybe a 15, about 6 inches of extension perhaps. As everybody says. Negative Ghost Rider, she must be a 14. Let me just check this bottom one. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a 14. Well, that one wasn't very tight. Doody-doo. There's that. Let's see. There's a lock washer on the bottom there. We're probably just going to have to let it fall and hit the ground. I don't know if I'll be able to get my fingers in there or not. There's a lock washer behind that bolt too, oddly enough. Let me see if I can give it the classic reach around here. Come on, baby. Get the bolt or get the lock washer in my hand. So there's that. We'll just have to slip that back on there and see if we can just weasel this little guy right out through this hole, hopefully. Yes, sir. So there it is. I didn't see where the solenoid was available separate. That's the OG July 2013. But she's sizzling in there. Oh, it is replaceable. I did a little poking on the internet and guys were saying they weren't even replaceable on theirs. Apparently this is a relatively common issue. So anyhow, we already have the starter. We're just going to hang on to the OG here. Just in case, you never know. Dude, I think I'm going to lose my mind. I can't find my Whizzy Wheel tool either. Either I'm going crazy or I have children. And they like to borrow things, we'll call it. So I'm going to use a little sandpaper. And I'm just going to clean up the mating surface here where the starter goes against the block. I was going to Whizzy Wheel it because, well, just because. It's relatively shiny, but we want to be 100% certain. Alright, it's nice and shiny. About 90% shiny. Let's slide the new starter in there. Sheba, what are you doing? Line it up with the bottom stud. Slip her in there. I'm going to put the lock washer nut on the bottom, snug that up a little bit, and then stick the bolt in the top perhaps. Well, actually, I've got the bolt right here. Might be able to just stick that on the extension. Slide her on through. Yeah, there we go, that'll work. That'll hold it for us. At least we can get that lock washer on the bottom there. There we go. Whoa. Like so. We're going to have to give it the classic reach around again to get the lock washer on there. I probably should have just popped the loader arms off it, but I think we can manage. Come on, baby. There she goes. There's that. I don't know if I can reach the nut down there. Get that started with my 2 fingers. Maybe. Yes, maybe. Yes, sir. So now we just need to go through and snug those up. We can use the Ugga Dugga gun here for the initial snug. Get to the bottom one. There we go, and then we'll grab a regular ratchet here, / torque wrench. Here's one. This bottom one. Same torque spec on the bottom. There we go, I get both of those. We'll get the nut off where the control wire for the solenoid goes. And then we have to get the lock washer. It's quite a long thread. Drop it right in the soil. Perfect. We should have took this off before we put the starter in. We should have taken this off before we put the starter in, rather. And we need to get the lock washer here that's way the heck down there. With a little bit of luck, we'll drop it in the grass and we'll never find it again. But we didn't. Look at that. There that is. And then we'll fish the little wire around. Ran it around town. Stick that baby on there. Stick the lock washer on there. Find the nut you dropped in the dirt. Give it a blow off. Spin that baby on there. Don't put this one on with the ugga gun. We'll spin this one on. We'll give it a handy. And then we'll get the battery cables on there after we put the safety cover on. Very ginger on this one. Get that straightened up. Just hold it still. There's that. Beautiful. Alright, safety cover installed. I mean, it's okay to jump the starter solenoid, but you just want to make sure your tractor's in park or neutral. So yeah, it can be dangerous. You know what they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. G17. Bingo. Wasn't sure, so I brought them both. We're going to give this a little tighten. Oh yeah, she was quite loose. Go figure. So stick that baby on there. Stick that baby on there. Lock washer and a nut. So excited. This tractor's never started well. And it's almost left me stranded. Not that I would have far to go, it's just inconvenient if you didn't shut it off on a hill. Boom. Extra safety nut. It's plastic. Give that a little something there. Check the oil while you're standing here. Just because. It's been a while. It is due for service. Based on time. Oh, we're at the ad line. Still looking pretty shiny though. Oh, there we go. Ding dong. Boom. We're safe now. This battery's only maybe 5 years old, 4 years old. I don't know, I think I put a battery in it when I bought the tractor. So we'll have to take this bar off here. The terminals aren't all crusty. They're in good shape. So the negative terminal over there, that's in good shape. But I don't know, the vents are both on this side, but it must be the gassing and the corrosion is getting to it. So we'll have to clean that off. But that'll be for another day. Because we'll have to take this off, probably clean it off and paint it. But we'll see if we have success. Right now, with the starter. What you doing there, wild man, huh? See if you don't want to play with you? Okay, here we go. Let's see if it works. Contact. Want to go for a rip there, bud? Dang deer getting into my corn. Well, that's okay, because we'll take care of them in a few months, if you know what I mean. We turn the corn into meat, which is great. Anyhow, why don't I meet you in that comment section? The Insty, the Facebook, you guys know what to do. Wait on there, subscribe, ring the bell, get the notifications. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.